I'm at Max at a festival, just left school. Hadn't revised my GCSEs at all basically, but somehow got quite good grades. Don't know if it's because I'm just quite clever or because they're a bit easy. My parents were in despair that I was going to fail. They wanted me to get a job instantly just in case I didn't have good enough grades to do A-levels, but I figured there are so many stupid people out there that have A-levels, it can't be that hard to slip through. And I refused to get a job. I've been working non-stop since I was 4 years old. That's like 12 years of toil. See, I'm good at maths. And I've never really been that bad. I've never smoked or done drugs in the house, and I think that is a real sign of respect. Yeah, I like my parents a lot, but they always think they know best, and maybe they do, but yeah, at the time doesn't seem like it. So I went to Glastonbury straight for my biology exam. My friends Jen and Cam and me. Cam is short for Cameron, which is such a shit name, and Jen is obviously short for Jennifer, but that's not so shit because Jennifer Aniston is actually kind of cool. It's just great for being in her 50s. Didn't watch Friends first time around, obviously, because I was a toddler when it was on, but I rewatched them all now and they're kind of retro, but not in a shit way. In a, oh, wasn't life so much simpler back then in the last century kind of way. So anyway, got to Glastonbury, first time, it was wild. Camp at the tents, he's that kind of kid who went on all those outdoor holidays when he was younger. Weirdo. We basically ran towards music. I just wanted to get as much of it in as possible. We'd smuggled some MDMA in our pants, and we were so ready for it. It was pretty overwhelming, but I always think that more is more, rather than less is more, if you know what I mean. So I was straight in there. Amazing. And then it was Saturday night. I whilst the others are some shit folk group in a wingman. The Killers were headlining on the Pyramid stage. I was loving every freaking minute of it. Leaping in the air. I was free at last. Free from being a kid and being told what to do all the time. Just free to live. And that's when I met Max. He was a few years older than me. High as a kite and so hot. But not in an obvious personal trainer kind of way that dumb people find attractive, but in a real way, just genuinely oozing it. Is there a dud track on Hot Fuzz? No, not one. Exactly. Hot Fuzz was the Killer's debut album and it was perfection. Every last song. I mean, their newer stuff's good, but when they play Mr. Brightside, we locked eyes for a split second before we snogged each other's faces off. I was coming out of my cage and I was doing just fine. Oh my god, I was having the time of my life. I've been kissed before, but not like that. We went back to his tent and made so much love. I woke up in the morning to 32 missed calls from Jen. Oh no, hi Jen, yeah, no, I'm fine, yeah, no, I'm just off my face with joy. Oh god. We had one more day together. Sat in the sun, nursed a hangover from hell, but a party in our souls. We listened to the bands and talked and he actually gave a shit about what I said. He had the best taste in music. I never connected to someone as quickly as I did with him. We drank and smoked and talked and listened to the best music until it was time to go home. I mean, we lived at other ends of the country and I couldn't bear the thought that we wouldn't see each other again. So Max said, I'm going to Ibiza on Thursday, do you want to come? And yeah, I did. My parents didn't know. I told them I was going to Cornwall with some friends, but I flew off on my own. Never been anywhere on my own. I was so excited and I guess a bit scared, but when I landed he was there at the airport waiting. We got on the back of his scooter and we sped off to this villa. There were a whole group of his uni friends there, but we partied every night. Went to San Antonio. Never been to clubs like that. Up until dawn, in bed late, and then we lay on the beach before the sun started to set. Another night, another club. The way the sun shone on us. He had this golden tan. His eyes were so bright. See, I thought it was just going to be for a week, but we stayed for weeks, like 5-6 weeks. My parents were so worried. I mean, I told them I was fine, but then they threatened to come and get me, and I said, just let me have this. And then, before I knew it, we'd been there 2 months. I was due to start college the following week. I have to go. Don't go. I have to go. I didn't want to. I really didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave him, but I'd left reality behind for all this time. I was just in fantasy land with Max, and here I was, whoever I wanted to be, but yeah, I guess I didn't really know who I was anymore. So I got on the plane and left him behind. He started replying to my texts after a while. I mean, I secretly knew that we couldn't carry it on, but I was swept up with this blissful elation, then suddenly I was back to reality. But Max made me realise that I could be whoever I wanted to be.